Welcome to Tigress315 Radio. I had the pleasure of interviewing the Detroit Emeralds. So this is a recording of the show, and I hope you enjoy it. And I also would like to give a shout out to Radio Indie International Network, which is in partnership with Word of Mouth. And once again, I want to thank you for joining us and thank you for your support. And please share this episode.
Well, for the second time today, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed and filled with the Holy Ghost.
That's good to hear. Okay, so let me see. I see you're here. And James Mitchell, he's here too. Let me get him, make sure this sound check right.
Okay.
Hello, James. Can you hear me? I have him on. I don't see a little mic next to him. I don't know. He's on a phone, right? Or a computer?
I believe he's on his phone because whatever you sent me, I texted to him.
Okay. I have him on here. I don't.
If I call him now, he might knock him off.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
He might not have his mic on. That might be the problem.
Yeah, I think that's why a little mic is in there. He probably doesn't have it on.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let me. Did you hear the music I just had on a second ago?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Hold on, maybe because I had to change this setting. This is my first time using this without just doing video. I'm just doing audio.
Okay.
So I've done video before, but audio seems a little different.
Yeah. But if you wanted, well, I guess, taking the video, I guess. Is it easier for you to do video with it and just don't worry about the video part?
No, I don't mind doing the audio because I'm able to share it. And I'm going to give a copy to Angelo, the one who connected us to. He wants to put a copy on the show.
He's been a great, great brother to me ever since we connected.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
We just connected not too long ago. Probably, I would say it's probably been like a month and a half or so. Because a friend of mine that's known me a long time, known me from doing my writing and all the stuff I was doing. He had like kind of referred me to Angelo, and he needed somebody to. He knew I did a magazine and stuff, so that's how we connected. And I told him I would do a newsletter. I wasn't really doing a magazine just yet, so he's been like sending artists my way, and I've been promoting them in the newsletter.
Wow! Okay, great.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Hey.
Yeah, he's
all. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, he's on point with everything,
Yeah. Now you should have Lavelle Jackson, but I think I'm not really sure if Eddie Cameron made it to his house or not.
I see a number, Lavelle, but it's not the number you gave me, but the same area code. Could that be him?
That could be him because he might be using a different phone. A 989 area code, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that's the 989 area code, that's him.
Okay, well let me admit him in. Hello?
Hello? Hi.
Hi. Is this Lavelle?
Oh, this is Eddie Cameron.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie. Okay.
Oh, he made it. Wow. Okay. Wow.
We both said the wrong person.
So I take it Lavelle, he hasn't called in yet?
Well, he's called in, and she's just trying to pull him in. She thought you were him, because I thought you wasn't going to make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in the Doom, he doesn't have his microphone on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put in a call to him to tell him to turn his microphone on.
Yeah, because he's here.
Okay.
He just doesn't have his mic on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's see. See if you can get Laval in too when you get a chance, okay, April?
Yeah, when he hasn't called in yet, unless he's under another. There is one person waiting, but I'm not sure if that's him. It's under a woman's name.
Angela?
That would be him. Yeah,
Oh,
is it Angela?
Yeah, okay. All right. So, all right. Okay, so James?
I'm calling James Mitchell now. Hold on one second. I got to see if he's going to answer first. Hey, you got to turn your microphone on. She got you in. Yeah, but I'm saying is, how do you turn it on? I've been trying. I don't know how to turn it on. I've done everything I know how to do. Okay, keep trying to get in, okay? There you go. Okay, all right, bye.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
That sound like that very talented smart guy on the other end.
Which one?
Me.
Well, wait a minute, Locke. What am I here, huh?
Well, y'all smart, but but I'm talking about me. I gave y'all enough, enough.
All right, so
He's April. Let me just say this: he's not tech savvy. He's really trying to figure it out. If he doesn't get in, we'll just have to go on with the with the interview the way it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's give him like a few minutes because we still got like 2 minutes before we just go right into it. And
yeah.
Well, I just want to say hello. I don't know, April, we never met, but this is Lavelle. Val.
Nice to meet you.
It's my pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. Go ahead, Brother Lavelle.
No, I was gonna say Locke don't know how to introduce no one, so.
You have finally figured that out.
Hey, I didn't figure it out. I think it figured me out. I felt the vibes of April coming through the phone.
Oh, he got in.
Oh, my goodness. He done got in.
All right. So the whole gang's here now.
Yes,
ooh, that's
man.
lovely.
We're all here.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I guess we could do, well, you know what? We got 1 minute, but we could still get this started. First of all, my name is April. I have this radio show, Tigress315Radio. My alternate name is Tigress. That's my artist name. But I connected with Locke through Angelo, who's a promoter of the indie music, and that's how I connected with him to get you guys on here. He really wanted me to make sure I got you onto interviews. And I got to look up a little bit of information about you guys because I'll be honest, I did not know a lot of information about you, but hopefully tonight I'll get to know a lot more about you as an artist.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
You're welcome.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, since I have 4 of you on, so we're going to have to give each one of you time to at least tell me a little bit about yourself. I don't know who wants to start. Don't fight over it.
Hey,
we'll start with Mr. Mitchell first.
Okay.
Oh, he's calling me Mr. Mitchell. April, what have you done? You've trained him. Yeah. Yeah, it's a blessing to be here, Donnie. And please fire away with anything that you'd like to hear. I've been blessed enough to be in the business for quite a while. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to talk to freshness, your freshness, no doubt.
Oh, thank you. Okay, who's next?
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go next. This is Locke speaking, obviously. Wow, I've been in the business a long time too, maybe too long. I shouldn't say that. No, but no, I've been in the business a long time. Performed all across the world with different artists and done a lot of different things that I've been blessed to be able to do. So up until today, he's moved me on with the Detroit Emeralds, and I'm just loving every moment of it.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, next.
Eddie or Laval?
Go ahead, Mr. Val, Eddie.
Okay. Well, my name is Eddie Cameron, and better known as ECAM. I've been in the business for quite some time. I've had the opportunity to open quite a few shows for a lot of major artists, and it's been truly a blessing to be with the Detroit Emeralds. And I'm just looking forward to see exactly what's on the next level for us as far as moving forward after we can get behind this pandemic, if we ever get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just truly a blessing to continue to stay busy with our Zooms and staying connected with the Detroit Emeralds. But it's also a pleasure to be on the show here today with you as well, Miss April. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, last but not least, Lavelle Jackson. Val, they call me VEL, and I've been working and performing with the Detroit Emeralds for a little over a year now. I come from a background of BAD band, a lot of bands. I work with the Dramatics, but it's a blessing to be here tonight, and I really look forward to having this conversation with you. And thank you for having us.
No problem. Wow. Okay. So, like I said again, it's for you, and I do want I'm gonna ask. I did provide some questions, but it doesn't matter. I just want to ask each one of you, because I know you all probably come from different backgrounds. If you want to tell us how did you all connect first?
Okay, I'll speak up. It's James. Of the Detroit Emeralds, James Jr. Mitchell, the last of the original members. It was 3 of us, Ivy Tillman, Abe Tillman, and myself, James Mitchell Jr. We were the Detroit Emeralds, born and bred. When I say born and bred, I'm speaking of the name and everything came from all of us being here. We were born in different cities, but we were raised here. So I consider this the sound as being born in the city of Detroit. Come from the street of it before Motown existed and all. It was a great thing. So it's good to be here, be the young man that's been here that did most of the leading on all of our records, the hit records and all. So I thank you for having us here now and letting the name live on, because we really have something to give. And I want you to see these young gentlemen wear it out, is where it's here, the vocals and stuff that we're bringing now. We're bringing fresh, but it's still the Detroit Emeralds. Hook, line, and sinker, it's the right thing to hear. Any questions concerning actual birthplace was Florida, but I've been in Detroit since I was 4 years old. And they knew everyone, and we all lived together with some of the major artists from the Holland the Holland brothers, Brian and Eddie, and knowing of Lamont, Levi, the Four Tops, all of us were born, raised in the same area. Levi and his brother, and also we had quite a few different acts that came out of here, different great producers who taught us how to sing and produce and do the different things. And we all went to the Recreation Center and had ball. And some went to Motown, some went to Rick Tick, some went to other labels that came out of here. But we're still standing, and I feel good every time I meet Duke or we meet someone that's still here with us. We have a chance to do it. And these three young gentlemen that we're introducing now, along with myself with the recording, but when you come to see them perform, it'll be fantastic. So I thank you, April, for giving us this opportunity to do those things. So if there's any questions that you would like to ask, period, concerning the originals, and now we'd be more than glad to.
Okay. Well, first, I would like to just find out like a little more of what got you, each one of you can answer this if you want.
Okay.
I want to know what got you into music. Where did you start? Was it something you started when you were young, or did you get influenced by somebody later in life?
Okay, I'll go first and I'll let the guys go. This is James. What happened is my mom and dad took me to a theater here. Now it's called Orchestra Hall, but it used to be called the Paradise Theater, where most African Americans went to see performance, because the other, like from Sammy Davis to Ray Charles to Peg Legby, to all of the old stars that really paved the way for us. I was 4 years old and they took me to see that. And wow, after seeing that on the screen, seeing a young man perform for the Queen, his name was Sugar Child Robinson. I told my mom that that's what I wanted to do, and voila, this is what's happening now, years after.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The book will be out soon, don't worry.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's called Every Woman is Special, and you'll know what I mean when you hear the song, and you'll know the Detroit Emeralds. That's why we travel all over the world. We played with Bob Hope, with Sammy Davis, with Burt Reynolds, with Dinah Shore, with Steve Allen. You can count the names. We were blessed to play all the different venues, the Bayside venues, all over the free world. And so now we're here to be able to share some of this Black lives that really matter. Not only that, the equality that's is needed, we understand and appreciate where we've come from. But see, when we have further to go, and as we see all the different challenges and everything, we have a PSA that I'm quite sure they're going to make sure that you get, that speaks on that we stand to. And you'll see the different artists on that, from the Shy-Lights to Gerald Austin, the Manhattans, along with the Floaters and all. We're blessed enough to produce and write and produce the whole album. And well, let me let the book do it. I'm through. Go, guys.
Okay.
Who's gonna go next?
Lock, you
go.
go.
Lomax.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow. I started out at the age of 9 years old playing drums, and how I did that is my oldest brother was a drummer, and he went out and brought a drum set and brought it home. And when he brought it home, I wanted to play on it. And for a minute there, he kept telling me no. And then as he found out that I started taking it up in elementary school and things like that, he started letting me play on it. And then from there on, it has carried on to where it is today. But in the process of playing drums, I did a little bit of singing while playing drums. And recently, I've been blessed to be able to come out from behind the drums, not quit playing them, but come from out behind the drums and up front with actually some very talented gentlemen. And I thank the Lord for that, because we truly got the right hookup with the guys. We all understand one another. We all can sit and talk with one another, and we understand one another. So that's how it happened with me.
Mr. Lomax, could you
Yes.
could you just give a few names of the artists and whoever you played through the years? Just throw a couple of names out there.
Okay. I played with Albert King. I played with a guy by the name of Lil Sonny. I also played with played with the Dramatics, obviously, and Bobby Womack. And I did a couple of dates with David Ruffin. And I did a date with the Four Tops. And then after that, they kind of went into seclusion and didn't do anything after that. So I moved on. So those are some of the artists that I've worked with.
Okay. Wow, you work with some. I feel so. I have celebrities on this line right now, right?
Oh, come on now. You're the celebrity, and we're glad to be recognized. But have a chance. You know, you have to know where you came from, to get to where you got to go. You understand that?
Yeah.
To be here.
Well, wow, you guys have experienced some things. I'm trying to get to where y'all at, you know, which
You're introducing us to right to now. Come on now. Everything must change, and it's changing. Beautiful.
And it's hard work, believe it or not. It is very hard work. But we love it.
I can imagine.
Lavelle.
Yes.
Okay, Lavelle here. Of course, I've worked with the Dramatics, and as far as professional groups, the Dramatics is the name that I would gladly throw out there with L.J. Reynolds and the Dramatics. But other than that, I toured with a band when I came out of high school, the BAD band. We had a couple regional songs, and we worked with artists like Roger Troutman and Tina Marie and Switch, DeBarge. But I've been singing most of my life. I started in church. Probably that's the cliche answer for singers, but I started in church singing, and I sang in high school church choir, and I played in the high school band and my junior high school band. I'm not trying to brag, but I can probably play about 10 different instruments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, I play a mean flugel. No, I'm joking. But I do. But I do play about 10 different instruments. Brass. I played trombone in high school, saxophone, and play guitar, bass, keys, and drums. And I'm not a bad person doing videos and audio production as well. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I do.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Keep tooting, buddy.
It never changes. The truth is always right, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not a bad solo artist myself, but we talking about the Detroit Emeralds now. So, Mr. Eddie, you have the floor. ECAM, give it up.
Well, thank you very much, my great brother. My name is Eddie Cameron, better known as ECAM, and actually, how I actually got started singing was my mother put us in the choir at a very early age. I started singing at the age of 5 years old, and I was just always sitting back because my mother, she was always singing and performing, and what really inspired me was when I seen her perform live when she did a show with Rufus Thomas back in the day. Oh, and wow. So I said that that was something that I wanted to do. So she started putting me in different various of talent shows, and one of the very first songs that I did at the age of 8 years old is I did Eddie Kendrick's song "Can I," and from there then it pretty much took off, where I started just doing a lot of other shows. And the first band that we were in, it was Life Ahead Band, and my career pretty much had taken off from different various bands, and I started just doing shows here for major acts, from Charlie Wilson, opening up from Charlie Wilson to After Seven. I mean, it's just quite a few artists though that I had the opportunity to talk and get some information on what you should do as an up and coming artist, even I can go back in the day with Shirley Brown and Betty Wright. So, you know, and there's one thing, as a matter of fact, even with Patti LaBelle, and when she heard me sing and heard my voice, she said, well, listen, son, she said, you're very talented. She said, whatever you do, don't stop. And she said that one day it's going to happen for you. And right now to this day, since I had the opportunity of meeting Mr. James Mitchell, which I always tell him, you know, he's my inspiration as well, being a part of the Detroit Emeralds. It's just a phenomenal opportunity, especially when you have an artist such as himself to pave the way for up and coming artists. You know, as well as I've had the opportunity to, you know, I travel with the Dramatics here for 2 years, but actually being around, you know, phenomenal guys, just waiting that opportunity, you know, where to be on the, you know, on a major platform. And it happened when I ended up, he gave me an opportunity to sing over in Virginia and Cleveland. And so, you know, just being around just a bunch of experienced guys who's been in the game, who's been in the field, you know, I've truly been blessed to understand part of the business as well, and see how things really work, you know, outside of just being on a local platform versus on a major platform. So I'm really truly been blessed, and I would never trade my career for nothing in the world. And at the age, and still to have my pipes here, and as well as with Lavelle and Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Lomax, you know, to be able to showcase what I can do on the stage as well as off the stage, because, you know, I always live by, you're always on the stage 24/7. And I simply mean that because you never know who's watching, who's looking, who's observing you. So I personalize that. Thank you.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
he had me mesmerized.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but he had me going.
Me too. Wow. You guys are.
He had me at Betty Wright.
Oh, watch out, boy. Yeah, she no woman, watch out.
Yeah, he could have stopped right there.
Yeah. But there's one name that stands out, I know, for all of us, and that's the Godfather, we call him now, Mr. Marshall Thompson, the Shy Lights.
Yes.
All the things he's doing. So look out. You might even see the Shy Lights of Detroit Emeralds together starting in 2021. And as soon as they lift up things, a lot of different things are happening. We're so glad, too, April, for you to give us this opportunity to let the world know that everything is good.
Everything.
And it must change. So it's changing now.
Gonna be all right.
I hear you, man.
Well, we might have to have some, you know, a little acapella, because, you know, I don't want to mess this thing up. Told you this is a different platform for me, so I'm not pushing any buttons, try to play some music and mess up. So y'all just gonna have to sing.
All right.
All right.
Hey, you have to watch when you say that, because you'll listen and you'll say, "Is that Ronnie Isley?" You'll say, "Oh, no, that's Bill Withers." And then you'll say, "Oh, it is a Detroit Emerald." Well, you will hear the quality and the presence and the love and the professionalism that comes out with anyone, because when you start looking at people, and some people said, like, I was blessed enough to write and produce the Float On album on the Floaters. They were my younger brothers and whatever, produced, and had a lot of different artists come out of a club that I owned in Detroit called the Emerald Lounge. So you Michael Henderson, Chapter 8, Anita, they all come out of my club. And just so happened that Mr. Lomax came in and hit the drums one day, and wham, he was there. Anyway, all this stuff falls in line, and I appreciate you for bringing it up, because some things I didn't even know. Yeah. You're a genius, April. You're bringing it up. I might even add to my book.
Yeah.
April, can I say one thing? This is Val. You got to be careful when you ask us to sing, because it's been a long time. We fiending. And so.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I love music, so I'll be
crazy. Well,
Oh, jeez.
I'll put you to the test.
Hey, it's real, Abe. Hey, it's real. And Mr. Lomax, the office is going to make sure that you get everything you need from the PSAs to all the things that are in motion now to happen. Period. You'll have a jump on everything before anyone. A lot of has, because we're like with Angelo and Italy and and England and all the places. Everything is going on. The different charts, especially podcasts, and all the things that are happening now. We're just blessed that people know us, and that's from all four individuals as well.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 250 years of experience.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Put it all like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, one thing I want to say, April, is first of all, I want to thank God for giving us this opportunity. I also want to thank you, but I also want to thank Angelo, who's been a very, very close friend of mine. He's been a brother, you know, ever since I met him, maybe about 10 years ago. So every time I send something to him, or the office sends something to him, and lately I haven't been dealing with him, but the office would send something to him and say, well, this is from Locke. And then he automatically just dive right into it. So, you know, the two things that I just want to say is, you know, thank God, thank you, thank Angelo as well for allowing us to be on this show. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, look, that was three things. You told her too. See, you always, hey, man.
I'm just trying to see if y'all counting. Nobody said anything at first.
All right, so I'm gonna get to a few more questions, then I'm gonna let y'all sing, then I'll ask some more questions. You know, y'all really not gonna get no break tonight, so.
Oh, listen at it. I hear you. No break. A taste of everything is good. So,
Okay, so this is a question for all of you to answer, because this probably deals with like your own creativeness. So what is your creative process? Like when you're ready to write a song, compose it, like what do you do to inspire you? Do you listen to other music, or do you have to have quietness? You know, it's just a kind of a rounded question. Like, what's your creative process when you start to work?
I'll start first. Mine is just the studying the faith of the world. You know, where are we going? What are we doing? All these things that are happening now. As the latest release is called "Call Me, I'm Ready." It speaks of that. You know, everyone say, "I'll call you later on," or and we're all guilty of that. But we must spend time. So finding out what is needed, because that's why we wake up every day to find out what our higher power wants us to do and how to do it. So that's the most important thing to me, is studying what the world needs now as far as music. What mood are we in? There's that person that needs to just talk. There's a person that needs something. And there's a person that needs to speak out and don't be silent, because that's the worst thing that can happen. But that's just studying and seeing what the world needs. And that's what flowed on in all these different tunes that have been blessed enough to write and produce. But just studying, it's always about something positive. It can be a blessing.
Wow, okay.
Whoever that was, go ahead and go next.
Mm-hmm.
You talk.
Was that you, Val?
Yeah, that was me. I'll go ahead.
Okay.
So my process is I'm very melodic. I'm gonna tell you a short story. My mother told me one time I was sitting on the porch and I was listening to birds, and I was making rhythms with the sound of the birds. And someone else told me that too. Like my father was running a jackhammer one time, and I was keeping rhythm with the jackhammer. So I've always been able to like hear melodies with, and it could be something from nature. It could be I work in a school and I hear children and they're making rhythms and stuff. So I start with a melody, and then I turn it into a lyric, and then from that I turn it in. I create music behind it. Sometimes I get music first, but that's pretty much my process. I mean, I've heard Jimmy, I think it was Babyface said that him and Daryl Simmons used to go in the studio and they used to eat Boston baked beans. Remember that
wow, man, I get out that studio.
That candy, that candy from back in the day, you know. And so when I heard that, I said, dog, you know, I need to do something too. So I started eating like milk duds and thought that it would help me out. But I learned that, you know, their process is a little, you know, it's something different. You know, I couldn't force myself to come up with a process. So that's my process. I start with vocal melody or music melody, and then I create lyric, and then I create a story, and then I put music to it. I call my good friends that play real music, like Locke, who's a drummer. I sent him a track the other day. He put down some drums for me, and so we all have different methods, but mine is melody first, for the most part, and then God will give me some lyrics or a story, and then goes from there. But that's my process. No baked beans, Babyface. I'm sorry.
Well, April, my creative process is basically where, and it can be at 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I hear a certain melody, then I'm up wanting to put some lyrics to it. Lavelle and I, we talk every morning. You know, he'll call me. There's time at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock. Hey, brother, what you doing? Hey, man, I'm writing a song, or he'll send me a track, and I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I have to have quietness in order for me to feel like, okay, well, you know what? I can correlate my lyrics to an event that has happened, whether it's with in a relationship, you know, especially how a lot of ladies, women are being treated the wrong way, and because and see, I'm a balladeer. Me just loving the fact of wanting to. How can I mend a broken heart? You know, with some really lyrics, some really down to earth lyrics, especially old school lyrics, because, you know, and I'm not degrading music of today, but to me, you know, the old school lyrics and music as well back in the day, it just had so much more meaning to be able to relate to what we're dealing with, you know, what we're dealing with today. So yeah, that's basically my creative process. And before I know it, it's just like, you know, a baby in the mom's womb, and when she comes out, you know, that baby, you know, you you got to crawl before you walk. So yeah.
April, and you got to know this, that Eddie is the freak of the group. Do you know? I knew
Shut
something.
Oh,
I'm supposed to tell
really?
everything. Come on now. To say he's the only single one.
Oh man.
Eddie's the only single one.
Yeah,
hey, look, I already knew, April. I already knew it was just a matter of time before Lavelle actually started in on me.
Well, I know one thing. He got a mean spin, April. When you see him, once he spin one time, you'll be in his grasp. He'll start to spin around. By the time he come all the way back, he got you.
Wow, interesting.
It's all about the singing. It's everything that goes with it.
Okay.
Thank you, there, brother Doom.
Yeah, he cleaned it out. I'm sorry. I'm teasing.
You didn't say James. You said Doom. You're not supposed to let the world know everything, man. Those that know me personally will say Doom. Okay, all right. Okay, so I hear you, my brother.
Man, you guys,
yes, sir.
Wrote a book. Well, little old me, this is Locke. Mainly my creative juices start from actually a drum track. And from a drum track, I'll create a bass line. But what I'll do is I will actually spit out a drum beat by using my mouth. And then what I'll do is, after creating that part of it, I'll come back and put the drum beat down and then I'll create some type of melody line or some type of line with my mouth, and then I'll try to come back and I'll reproduce that on the keyboard and try to make that come to life as well. And then from there, once I get something that I'm really feeling, God would always put something in my spirit about what I should be, the title of the tune or something of that nature, and actually, when you look at, as he said, Call Me, we're also working on another release that's going to be coming out, and I can't mention that just yet, but you
just mentioned it.
He didn't give a title. He didn't give it a title, though. He held on. He didn't give the title.
I didn't give the title.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say.
See, that's gonna cost you $10,000 for that, man.
Well,
But as I was saying, it's one of those things that I take the back door route. I do a drum track first, and then I try to reproduce it in my studio by laying the drums down, whether it's sequencing drums or whether it's playing drums. But for the most part, I'll sequence it because I can control it a lot better. And from there, I'll come up with a bass line, and from the bass line, I just keep building the track from there. It's almost like you're making a cake. Mm-hmm. You throw it in the oven, and you get through all the ingredients, and you let it rise up. And from there, you put the icing on there, and then whatever else you're gonna put on it. That's how I create.
Oh yeah. Well, you have that blessing of the blessing of calling 2 or 3 other individuals that I've seen you do it before. You would call Val, or you call me, and those lyrics, you put it all together. It's nice, bro. It's a good thing working with you guys. It reminds me of doing all the same with those earlier hits, from Baby Let Me Take You to You Want It, You Got It, to Feel the Need and Me, written and produced by Abe and myself. And this is a blessing now with Lavelle and you, and Ed with writing it, and that's what keeps it fresh, just like what April, how fresh she is now to what we're doing. And it's a great thing.
Yes.
Yes, I'm loving this. You guys are inspiring me. I need to get myself back on track. So it's kind of like, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this picture right now. You ain't got to do nothing but just be you. That's the truth. I'm looking at this picture, girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, can I say this? Call me. I'm ready.
I'm ready. As a matter of fact, send the picture to me, Mr. Mitchell.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say the reason you're inspiring me too, because I'm an artist. Well, I'm a poet, so I do spoken word with music. Y'all don't think y'all old enough to hear some of the stuff I say. I do, my tracks and stuff. But I've been trying to get myself back into things, get back recording.
Hey, can I stop you just for 1 second?
Yes.
You said you don't think we're old enough.
Oh man!
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
You told the truth. We're young men again.
Wait a minute, hey Val. I was like, wait a minute now. Oh, okay.
Hey, hold on. She thinks she's talking to Justin Bieber.
You mean just a beaver? No, it's good, man.
We are old enough.
Yeah. You never know. Sometimes it's how things start that makes things go. We're not saying that we might be blessed again to work with you. We don't know. And I'm glad that this came up because it opened doors. And you never know where the diamond is. You're that diamond in the rough because of what you're doing. You're doing something. You can't get anywhere unless you go somewhere. So we appreciate
That's right.
And you know what? I just found this out today that the America's Got Talent winner was a spoken word artist.
Oh, he did it. The young man did it. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it yesterday. Yeah, he did it. It was fantastic. He was fantastic telling about his sister that wasn't there, that is there, and is always there. Come on, man. So you gotta know where you come from. Yeah.
So you might be right on the cusp of.
You might be blessed enough to have you there. Call. We're ready. Call us,
Call
we're ready.
me. We're ready.
If you're ready to produce platinum and gold, then please call. Let us know. What can I say?
Oh wow, okay.
Kanye West started off as a spoken word artist.
Oh yeah, yeah. That his thing was spoken as well as wrote and produced for others. Come on now.
Okay.
John Legend, same thing with John Legend. But,
okay.
yeah, we've seen it all progress to what it is now. And so we can appreciate everything and everyone that we speak to, because it's with us, it's all about the audience. And to God be the glory, because we couldn't think of nothing to do anything unless we all tuned in. And from what I hear today, we all tuned in. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want you to can you grade me on this spoken word little thing I'm getting ready to spit for you real quick. It's when I look to the mountains, I see you. When I look in the valley, I see you. When I look in my bed, where you at, girl?
Hey, you done updated your thing, boy.
Oh man.
That's deep, boy. That's deep.
Hey, you notice I call Eddie the freak, right?
Lord.
Hey, look, that's a hidden identity, though.
He's single. What can I say,
wait
man?
a minute. April, you got to splice some of this stuff out, because these brothers
You know, we having fun. I told you it's been a long time. We fiending.
Nothing wrong with that. I love having fun, and I'm feeling inspired, and then y'all gonna sing, you know. So I'm loving this vibe. I'm loving it.
All right, thank you. We having fun. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So no matter what you hear when we sing, understand the most important thing for anyone to know about us, to just come and be a part of the joy and peace that you need.
There you go.
A great night out. It'll last you for the next year till we come again.
That's right.
That's where we're at. It's gonna happen. That joy and peace and quietness, where you're getting away from everything that you went through. All you need is a few minutes to click that button on and bring you back to it. So, hey, that's our whole thing about that special night, or the special thing about us with people. Period. You're gonna enjoy. I can remember performing in Europe, and as we performed for Millionaires. You perform in all those the big venues and stuff. Johnny Mathis followed us. We followed Dionne Warwick. It's all, and we headlined those different places. And at the end of the night, especially where you stayed at those venues, you had to come through to go to your rooms in the hotels and stuff. And as we would come through, you know, they're selected. There's usually probably millionaires or most of them when you come through, and they stop you and you get a chance to talk before you go. And the first thing that one of them would say, they'd come up and say, "Hey, James, listen, I'm not into you guys' music, but you put on a damn good show, and someone brought me, but I will be back." That's what you live for. You know, you live to bring peace and joy and bring people together. I mean, I understood that, but I really understand it more now on letting it be known by whether you're brown, green, black, white, orange. Hey, we all need each other. So that's what's happening now, to get everyone to really feel it. That's with our music. It does that to you. It gives you that. And you come out, you really will enjoy it. You can bring somebody out you really love. What can I say? Oh, you can bring someone that you think you love. When you leave there, when Lavelle and Eddie and Locke get through with you, you're gonna sign the divorce papers. Hey, you know you have to shut us up, April. You have to shut us up now.
I'm just listening.
Crazy.
I'm taking it all in.
Hey, April, you better ask another question.
It's X-rated now. We all love the Lord, but it's X-rated now.
No. We're never X-rated.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, You better ask another question. Go ahead.
I'll ask another question, but on that little poem, that was cute. I would give you a little B because that was cute.
You like that?
All right. The beat.
All right now.
Let's know where you at. Hey, we know where you at now, baby. If that's a beat, come on with it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's see. My next question is, how would you describe the music that you create?
Wow.
Okay.
Now that's
Okay.
wonderful.
Dylan, you go ahead.
That is wonderful. Hey, we are raised in the inner city. All inner cities are basically the same from what they say. It's the other side of the track. But being raised in Detroit, our music relates the Detroit love guide for the world. And if you consider that, walking away from love, it's just my imagination. Call me, I'm ready. If I lose your love, wear this ring with love. So we're talking about all those artists that recorded What Become of a Broken Heart. That was all done. That's the sound. That's the Detroit music I'm talking about. The love guide. It's a love guide for any and everything you can think of. And this whole world exists on what? Love. And let you know that by how big the songs are. Whenever they're about love, they conquer everything. So that's a big thing. So it's that Detroit love guide for the world. That's what our music is. A love guide for the world from Detroit. Hey, and all of our foreparents were on the plantations. They came from down south and migrated up here. We all came from Florida, stayed up to Chicago, on into Detroit. And that's how it was filled out to go all over. So, hey, appreciate it. But that's the sound of our music, the Detroit love guide for the world.
Okay.
Right. Okay, I guess I'm next.
Go ahead. Yeah, there you go, baby.
Oh, you want me?
If you want to go, Val, go ahead. I'm good with that.
No, I was listening to Dylan. I feel like when I write or when I create music, I'm always thinking about soul, and I definitely have a gospel influence. So I call what I do soul, gospel, blues with an R&B influence. And
wow, that's deep.
And so it incorporates all of those styles, the old school soul, gospel, because I love gospel music. I love to write gospel. I'm actually thinking about writing my own Bible chapter. And then y'all supposed to laugh at that. And then
no, we're not. Because to God be the glory. I hear you, brother.
Yeah, but I do call what I do old school soul gospel with gospel and R&B influence, because R&B will always be a part of me because I grew up in the 60s. The music of the 60s was kind of like my soundtrack of life, if you will. What's going on, Marvin Gaye. Even though I was probably
what's going on?
Yeah, those songs, the Stylistics, the Shy-Lights, the Detroit Emeralds, they were kind of the music playing in the background. I remember growing up as a maybe 5 and 6 year old listening to the songs. I remember the lyrics. I remember the faces on my sisters and my brothers when they were listening to Smokey Robinson, and they were listening to the Fantastic Four and the Four Tops and Willie Hutch. And I can think back when my brother first played the Floaters, Float On. I remember him and I remember this song had to be 19 minutes long.
No, it was just 11. It was just 11.
Well, when you're 5, it's like 19, 20 minutes. But I just remember it song went on, and I loved the groove of the song. It was so just melodic, and I actually started trying to figure out what zodiac signs were and all of that. But those songs, they're so what's the word? They're just everlasting. I can't even think of another word except they just live forever. I'll be 90 if I live to be that long. God bless me to live that long, and they'll still be playing those songs on radio. Now, what you hear today, I'm not so sure, but there are some artists that's doing some things. But for the most part, I think that's the reason why you hear old school radio stations, because those songs are still in demand. That's the reason why the Detroit Emeralds are still here today, because the music is going to live on. Baby, let me take you. You know, it's going to be there. You know?
Is that what we're going to sing? Baby, let me take you. Let me take you in my arms.
Yeah.
We're supposed to sing it. She said she was gonna get us to sing.
Y'all just itching to sing.
We are. I told you we were fiending. But you know, if you do us right, we'll do you no wrong.
Watch out, boy.
All right, Locke. Eddie, go ahead.
Go ahead, Locke. I'll take the last anchor.
All right. Wow, mine is more soul and feel, and I try to write words that not just one genre will be touched by the music that I do. I would like to write for Caucasians as well as Black, as well as Hispanic. I would even love to write a song that an Italian would love to hear and just sit down and enjoy it. So my thing is more feel about everything that I do and where I think it should be going.
Sound like a true drummer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I started, this is Val again. I used to try to write what Locke is, saying, you want to write that one universal song you think everybody's going to listen to and pick up on. But I learned that you never know what song that's going to touch.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's the time.
When Marvin Sapp did Never Would Have Made It, I don't think he ever thought that song would be number one on the pop charts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I don't think Kirk Franklin thought Stump would be number one in the clubs.
Mm.
So
Right.
That's where it goes.
So you write a song and you say, hey, God, you gave this to me, and I'm going to deliver it how you want me to deliver it, and those that receive it will receive it, and praise God for that. And but that's kind of like my take. I don't try to write for a particular ethnic group. I try to write a good song that everybody can say. R. Kelly didn't think I Believe I Could Fly was going to be a, I hate to bring R. Kelly into this, but that was a wonderful song.
Oh yeah, it was. You can't knock music. Music is for the
music world. Is music, yeah.
For the world.
Orange Juice Jones didn't think In the Rain was going to be on the pop chart.
No, they didn't. They didn't like it. They didn't like what you see is what you get. Come on now.
And well, some people made of plastic. That's why. But
hey man, come on, man. Hey, I heard a top critic from New York wrote this. We were at the Carnegie Hall with the floaters, right? So when we go in, and this guy wrote an article. He said, I don't understand how you can get a hit out of saying float on, but I do realize that whoever wrote it is floating all the way to the damn bank. That's what it's all about.
Dune on a magic carpet.
Well, hey, come on, there could be stories, but we don't want to hold up. I know. Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm enjoying them. Mm-hmm.
Well, when it comes to writing and putting a song together, it's just like I listen knowing that I'm very spiritual as well. It's like the Heavenly Father will put it on my mind when it comes to being creative. And I'm very versatile because I love gospel as well as R&B. With me being then a very versatile entertainer, it's very easily where I can come up with the lyrics, especially, and it has to make sense to me, because it's like I'm soul searching, and I'm just the type of artist though where when I'm putting a song together, I don't just want it to be just words just thrown together, and that's just so important to me. When I think about like LaBelle mentioned, like with Marvin Sapp and Rance Allen, so, some of my favorite gospel artists. It's very inspirational. So, and what really intrigues me to be creative is where, even on the R&B, when I think about how LeBert, the OJs, and because those are like some of my inspirational groups, and it motivates me. And I sit back and I listen to, well, how do they come up with with these lyrics the way they do, and so creative, and it sounds so good, and it makes you feel good. So I kind of like make sure that I stay close, to the seams of when it comes to that creativity. And I'm, I love all types of music. So basically when I say that, what creates and inspires me is when I know that I can sit down and really just concentrate and come up with something that's really going to make sense, not only to myself, but to the public's ear as well. So once again, I just feel good when I know that I can submit something in to my brothers and get some feedback, and we just pretty much just go from there.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
I've made mistakes
Along the way.
Along the way.
Keep
All
on,
right,
Doc. I
all right.
didn't hear you.
It's time for y'all to sing. Come on, 'cause y'all been.
See, now y'all
Okay, Doc, you
turn it all over.
Doc, you gonna provide the music. Kick me off with "Baby, Let Me Take You." Go ahead on, boy. Or call me. I'm ready. Either "Baby, Let Me Take You" has that feel. What did they did on Spotify alone within the first 2 weeks? They did over 3 million hits. So what's going on with that? Maybe we need to try it. Just that and "Call Me." You're over 2,000. So whatever you want to.
Can I just say this about that?
Go ahead.
Because we have a delay, I don't think it's going to work.
Well, it wouldn't work as far as us singing that. But
if one individual could sing like Eddie or Locke, then they can go ahead and throw down. Or
LaBelle, why don't you do?
Oh, you call me out.
Yeah, call him out.
Oh, y'all, Val.
What you need? What you want me to do, man?
Hey, anything, whatever you feel of the Detroit Emeralds repertoire, bring it throughout, and make sure you tag it with "Call Me." Whatever you feel, tag it with "Call Me."
Ooh, wow, boy,
we really changing the keys on you.
Yeah,
man.
I just want to say this: my favorite Detroit Emerald song of all time.
Okay, feeling need of me? Oh. You want it, you got it. Do Me Right. Weather Spring with Love.
Weather Spring with Love. That's my favorite.
Hey, wait a minute.
That was one of the first songs we wrote. That was one of the first songs that Abe and I wrote for the group. And what can I say? I love it. Go ahead on.
No, I'm really not going to sing. I'm sorry, but I honestly feel like I don't want to do. I won't do the song justice because I won't have my fellas in back of me giving me my vocal encouragement. So
I hear you. It would be different if we were all together. You're right, because there's a delay.
Yeah,
it is a little delay.
If we were all together, April, we would bust in and really hit you upside the head with a little something.
Well, hey, Belle, we can do it. All we do is you start it, Ed catch it, or we can catch anything with it and just say what we want with it. What I mean by that is, if you start saying and you stop, the other individual start.
Okay,
There's just a way to do everything if you want. That's
okay, what song would y'all like to bless Miss Crenshaw with?
Feel the need.
Feel the need.
What you think, dude?
I don't. Well, you see, Baby Let Me Take You has everybody singing the same thing, so it's kind of a nice thing to do that because Bell takes what he did, just take the lead from the he can come in on how he wants. We come in.
Okay.
If he starts, that's great. When he stopped, the other one still singing, so it might do that. I don't know.
I'm telling you, Doom.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. I think I like the idea. I like the idea you had before, but somebody say one line and then somebody say the next line.
Okay,
right.
That would be great. That would be great. Hey.
Now y'all was all ready to sing. Now y'all got me waiting.
Okay, what we gonna do? Feel the need. Let's do Feel the Need. That's the Detroit Emerald signature.
It is.
That's the.
I don't know, Baby Let Me Take You. It's what everybody is listening to now heard.
But we sing that together. See, anyway, I'm gonna do whatever y'all want to do.
Whatever you start is what we gonna catch. She won't know who it is anyway.
Yes, I will. I have the screen here. I know.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what? I thought that's why I said, now she got the screen. Yeah, and it's the Zoom, but it's not in. She cut it on the picture anytime she wants. And I said, now I'm slouching down. She tricked me.
No, I can't. No, I can't see you. I know who's talking. I can't see you. I'm not spying on you right now.
Thank you.
Do that, baby. Let's do the Baby Let Me Take You.
Okay, so they did this. Lavelle, I'll start off. Down. Take over.
Baby, let me take you.
Hold it. That's I'll just do the guitar part first. So, Locke, do you want to do the guitar part first? And one come in and do a thing.
Just go ahead and do it. Yeah, just go ahead and do it, Joe.
Down.
Baby, let me take you. Let me take you in your arms. Come on, help me.
Let me take you in my arms and hold you. Show you I love you.
Baby, I love you.
Baby, I love you.
Baby,
I love you.
It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. That delay is right there.
Yeah, it's too much of a delay.
All we had to know.
Because April, you're dealing with 4 different delays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I think what happened is this is what I think we should do. Because we don't want to leave you hanging, April. I feel like we got to do it now. So I think everybody should pick a song and sing a piece of that one song.
That would be lovely. That'd be lovely.
You pick your Detroit Emerald song and you sing the part, just a little bit of one Detroit Emerald song. We're gonna start with who? You want to start, Mr. Mitchell?
Oh, I can.
Okay, you start.
Let me take you.
There you go.
Oh, baby, let me take you in my arms.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, let me take you in my arms and hold you. Oh, Lord, want to show you I love you.
Oh.
Baby, I love you.
Yeah. Hey, baby,
all right.
There we go. Eddie, you next.
Wear this ring with love. This ring means I love you.
There you go.
And this ring means you love me too. It's a ring to still our love together. April, you for me always for you. Will you say you'll be my woman.
Yeah.
And baby, I'll be your man. If you just wear this ring with love.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, boy, I love it. I love it.
Oh wow.
Come on, Hawk. I mean,
Go
hey,
ahead,
I'm talking
Val.
about Hawk.
I don't even
Come
know what I
on.
want to say yet. Go ahead, Val.
All right. This here we go. Do me right, I'll do you no wrong. Do me good, I'll do you no harm. Ain't trying to make you mad, just wanna be a man. If you got a dollar bill and I got a dime, yeah. Just remember, April, show enough now.
Come on now.
Yours is mine.
Wow. Hey,
Oh.
Lockster. Come on, Lockster.
Trying to figure out what I want to do. Let's see.
Go ahead and get a lot.
A Detroit Emerald song.
Oh, Lord.
I tell you what, let's just move on and I'll come back to it. I figured out what I want to actually want to say.
You want it. Hey, Locke, you want it. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah. That's not my favorite song. I actually want to say Baby Let Me Take You, but
Hey, do that.
Mitchell
It
got
can
on
end-
it.
No,
You
it can
feel-
end up.
feel
It
the
can
need.
end up with that. Go ahead.
Feel the need. Oh, feel the need in me. I need your love every day. I love.
Love.
Hey, I hear a delay, man.
Yeah, it
Come
is.
on, Locke. You got to come on, man.
Yeah, just go ahead, man. I'll come back to it. I do a different one.
Okay, then, Locke. We hanging up on you.
Lucky thing, you ain't in control.
Oh, he is our web host. He's our Zoom host. You know that now. So he'll cut you off, Lock, when we zoom in.
So as you can see, April, you know, we have a lot of fun, and
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
No, you guys did great. I loved it. I love, like, I could tell y'all have like a good, fun relationship, almost like y'all brothers, like y'all family.
Oh yeah,
feel
most
that, baby.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to give Locke a few minutes, you know, so we're going to go back to the questions, because I do have plenty more.
April,
What?
you might as well move on.
Kidding.
Oh, you think he going to leave me hanging? Is that what you're saying?
No, darling, I'm not thinking. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, Locke, are you ready then? You picked your song?
No, I'm not ready.
Oh, okay.
Because he couldn't even do "Call Me, I'm Ready."
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Empty days and dark nights.
Come on now. Come on now.
You know what? You know, I'm telling you, we fiending, so you don't get me. I sing the whole Detroit Emerald repertoire right.
Come on. Hey, look, you know I'll be right on your coattail, brother.
And hey, listen. And I love her.
I hear you.
And I love her.
I hear you, boys. Go ahead
Right,
on now.
Go ahead, April.
Go ahead,
Move on.
Okay. So, if it wasn't for your music career right now, what else do you think you'd be doing?
Oh,
Oh, this is a good one.
Hey, can I start off? Can I
I'll
start
start off with it.
off?
What I'll be doing, this is James. What I'll be doing is sharing the way, the truth, and the light.
Preaching.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I'll be sharing the way, the truth, and the light.
Sharing the way, the truth, and the light. Man, that's beautiful.
yeah.
Hey,
Well,
it was written thousands of years ago, so I know I can say it because that's the truth.
there you
I'll
go.
be doing. And so all they're gonna say to you is, it's Minister Mitchell now. So There's nothing wrong with it. I have to share love, everything with everyone. So sharing the way, the truth, and the life on how to live. And I live for the word, the holy spiritual word.
That's good.
I can leave it there. That's what that's what I am doing. And that's what I would be doing. I found that out after 50-some years in the industry, period. Sharing the way, the truth, and the life.
Okay. All right. This is Lavelle Val, and I read that question on the questionnaire, the interview questions, and I honestly couldn't even think of what I would be. I couldn't even the question. I mean, my brain shut down when I saw that question because it's a great question, but I just don't know. I couldn't even see my life without music, but I am a teacher. And so I will probably be teaching, and I don't know if I will be teaching music, but I know I will be teaching or working with some youth organization or youth groups, just being a mentor. So
fantastic.
Okay. Great. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a blessing because, as you know, that we're all working with kids and whatever. As James, I've coached 8 state championship basketball teams, and I've been a part of the coaching staff in all those as athletic directors and different things. So that's sharing that love that I'm talking about. It's about making sure that what's happening now. I can say her name, and everybody should say her name. We think about Ms. Taylor. Hey, everybody can say the name.
mm-hmm.
Everything that's happened now, which I know I mentioned it before, and I'm redundant and mention it, that we're about talking about what's happening now with the PSA that we sent out. I don't know if April has it or not. The first one that we stand to for everything. For rebellion, we stand for equality. We stand for saying her name. We stand for all this stuff that's happening now because it makes it happen. Because everything must change. We know that because we're not pulling women by their hair like they used to do back in the caveman days. We're not just riding in a wagon. We're riding in cars. We don't do that. Now we got guys got power package can fly up in space. So everything must change. So we're adapting to all that. So sharing that way, the truth in the life is that everything over these past, I'm blessed to be over 70. Oh, you didn't hear that last part?
Yeah.
Seeing what it is and doing what it is. And the compliment that's given and say, oh, you can't be that old. I say, oh, so you're talking about me, huh? The big thing is it's not me. It's the faith and the power within me that makes all this work. So I simply say to God be the glory.
Yes.
And it's happening. And that's what it's all about. That way, sharing that way truth in the life. The life to live. To live long is honor your mother and father, and you'll have what? It's promised you'll get what? Long life.
Long life. Hey, Locke, you next, right?
Yeah, I can do next. If it wasn't for my career now in music, I think I'd want to be the one to almost like a counselor. I would like to sit down with the next generation or whoever who would listen to me, and I would like to try to be able to explain to them how to be able to deal with life the way it's being today, and how to be able to get around what's going on. You know, to save one child is just to save many. So my biggest thing is I always like to sit down. If I see a young man going down the road the wrong way, I like to sit down and talk to him. I like to tell them, how that they can turn it all around and not you, Eddie, but
and spin around, right?
He can't help it. He can't help it. So, in other words, he's a mentor, and there's no doubt.
Right. Yeah, you're right. As a mentor, I would just find one young man that's going down the road wrong, that might have a gun in his hand and want to shoot somebody, or somebody who wants to go to rob something, just to be able to catch him and say, hey, man, I care about you, love you, man. Come on, let me give you some words of encouragement.
Appreciate it now. Give me your money.
April, you see what we have to go through, April. You say, April, we have to go through this all the time in rehearsals and this. Everybody, we love you.
All right, I'm having fun, Locke, but that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You wanna
Yeah,
save
it's beautiful, brother Locke.
save
She's
a
still
brother's
waiting on
life?
you to sing, Locke. She's waiting on you to sing, Locke. You can get around anything you want. She's waiting on you to sing.
No, let Eddie go
you
do
can
his
laugh and
thing.
talk, yeah.
Do the rap for Because I Love You by Lenny Williams.
Go ahead, put it on her.
You fell out your chair? What happened?
Yeah.
She was talking about a Detroit April song. So if not that, then he can go ahead on and do the bird. Hey, what can I say? He can go ahead on and do anything.
Jesus, let Eddie do what he gonna do. I'll figure out what
Eddie already did what he gonna do.
It looked like we got some new people coming in. I see Eddie Taylor and
Oh, Eddie Taylor, huh?
Our trumpet player. Hey, trumpet player. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eddie,
if I was not.
Eddie, you didn't have yours. We're waiting on Locke. You done already explained.
No, Eddie hasn't done his.
No, I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, the last one? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Last.
No, if I wasn't doing music, April, what I would be doing is there's two things that I would be possibly would be doing. One is I would be teaching. I am a martial art teacher, and I'm a third degree in martial art and Shotokan Goju, and I'd be definitely working with children. And then the other thing that I would be doing is I am a home improvement remodeler. I've been doing that since 1998. And so, yes, I'm a framer, I'm a builder. And if you're torn down, I'm going to build you right back up.
my man.
Hey, see, she caught it already, Eddie. You're in charge of our security.
If you're
You are security. Okay, but don't tell nobody that.
But you know, if you have a broken heart, then I'm going to help you mend it and put it all
I
back
hear you
together.
there. Oh, yeah.
So you're just a fixer-upper everything, right?
Yes, I am.
Hey, now, you should leave that alone, boy.
April, see what you have started, April. See what you have started. We was all right. You opened up that can of worms.
That's all right, April. That's all right.
There he goes, Dale. There he goes. That's why this boy gonna stay in trouble on the road. I just gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me leave that alone.
Hey, brother Mitchell, just do me right, but don't do me no wrong.
April. He give a whole new meaning to a hammer.
Oh, really?
Hey, man. Eddie, a bad dude. He got us promoted. I'll leave that alone.
Oh, man.
Oh,
April, you better get control. You better grab the
I'm telling you. Wow.
okay, let's see. I do have more questions, but is somebody else ready to do something, or I'm gonna just keep on going?
Keep
going.
Keep going.
Okay. So if you could open up for somebody, a performer, right now, who is somebody you would like to open up for?
Well, I'll say mine. There's three people. There's the Shylights, the Manhattans, Joel Austin, and the Whispers. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Eddie?
Okay, well, mine it would be definitely Joe Levert, let his soul rest in peace, or his dad, Eddie Levert, the Leverts, the Manhattans, Joel Austin, oh my goodness, Temptations, I mean, because of the versatility of my voice. So, there's so many that I would love to open up for. I can go on and on, but go ahead, Lavelle.
Thank you.
For me, and I'm just speaking because he's still alive. And that would be Al Green and John Legend. And
Fantastic.
I would love to open up for the Temptations, and hopefully they'll call me on stage with them, and I can sing Eddie Kendrick's parts.
Come on now.
Okay, that's
Come on now.
All right.
So don't be surprised if they hear a song by those artists in our show.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
The surprise will be there. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. My artist would be obviously Godfather, The Shy-Lights, The Whispers, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Stevie Wonder.
All right. That's all right.
All right.
I hear you. Thank you, fellas.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing wrong with the chairman of the board also now. You know that, like.
Yeah.
Give me just a little more time.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey. And then you got the floaters, whether it's Charles Clark or Ralph Mitchell. The floaters I think there's either one, because it's all family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Next question. Let me see. It was a mix-up between two. Well, first I'm gonna ask, do you have any live performances coming up anytime soon?
Not until they lift up the.
Right.
Oh yeah, forget about
not
this.
until that's lifted up. We won't do anything. We won't cause any inconvenience for anyone else or let that come in on our family or whatever. We all wear masks. Matter of fact, we got our masks on now. We just took them off just to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
He quarantined. He quarantined from himself.
Okay.
I know she said it was. They said it wasn't. It was you only, but they did not know that. So once she did that, hey, I put it on the side. Come on, man.
I hear you.
I don't want to cross the airwaves or nothing else.
Okay. I'm not sure if I asked it or if some of you said. So what's your favorite song out of all of your songs to perform?
Can I start? I'll
Sure,
start. This is Lavelle. Val. And when I so the way I answer that question is because I get asked that question a lot, and honestly I don't have a favorite song. I mean I just really don't have a favorite song, but because I think each song is special, and I actually answered this, and so I'm trying to basically I think whatever song that I'm singing, if I look and I see that one person, it could be that one person in the audience favorite song. And if I capture that one person enjoying that song for that moment, that is my favorite song, because I really want to sing it well and do well for that person. So I really don't have like one particular song, because they all have a special meaning to different people. And you can always tell when somebody hear their favorite song, because they'll, their reaction. So for me, if I'm singing and I notice that I'm doing a person's favorite song, then that to me at that moment is my favorite song, because I want to really make that song special for that person. So that's the way I would answer that. I don't really have like one particular song that I think is my favorite, because they all have different meanings. So
yeah, well, I can say it because I sung lead on most of all of our songs and sung on every one of them. And as Lavelle just said, they're all my babies. It's like having children. I love to sing each one of them because there's a message to someone that's sitting out there for one. So I love them all. Like you got kids, you can't love one better than you do the other one. I just love them all because, hey, I've been there for every song that was recorded by the originals and the groups, the Detroit Emeralds that I've been with, that we're with now. And that's why they're saying James Mitchell Jr. presents the Detroit Emeralds. It's original, period. So all these guys are special guys that the Lord put in my life to do that, to have that happen, so the legacy could go on, because they started putting the tunes in movies. And we're in about 3 or 4 different movies, tunes that have written, tunes, and all those have sung on. So now it's exciting to look. Another Day in Paradise. Hey, God, I think if I lose your love, Baby Let Me Take You, and Baby Driver with Jamie. Everything is up to date. And then you had what is it? It's about two or three others, and I can't call the name right now because I don't remember the title of the pictures, but they're all my babies. I love them all. And every time any song we do, even if we do a song of someone else did, I've traveled with that group, and we spent time together and form a relationship. I love music, and I love pleasing people, and so that's what it is. My favorite is the one that I'm singing on, one I'm performing, period, and especially Detroit Emeralds. And so to pinpoint that one, that's it. All My Children. And then, they got a series on that, All My Children, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, they took it off.
They found, okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Brother Locke. Okay. I tell you, and this is just, the two gentlemen before said they love all the songs. But when I first got introduced to Mr. Mitchell, I was playing drums then, and the song that really, really attracted my attention was "Feel the Need," and I still to today love the way that song sounds, and love the way the words that is involved with it, and I love that I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the side of playing drums on that song, and I've been on the side of singing that song as well. So that's my most, I guess you could say, the song that I love performing the best.
Fantastic, Mr. Lomax. Fantastic.
This is Eddie, better known as ECAM. My favorite song of the Detroit Emeralds is Where This, and the reason why I say that is because commitment. And to me, when I can see that when we're performing and singing that song, it's more or less like, okay, well, when I see someone who's really into the song Wear This Ring, then it's my obligation to also, as an entertainer, I'm going to captivate your, that feeling, that, that vibe that I'm getting from you. So, and let alone any song that we're doing, but to me, commitment complete. And that's one of the reasons why I love to sing and lead that song of Wear This Ring.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Sorry about that. I do have someone that I actually have 2 people that have questions for you. So one of them is not going to get on the line. So, but I do. Edward Teller is on here. He has
Eddie.
He has his hand raised.
Eddie.
And Shante.
Hey, see, he got on his mask. My God. My God.
Myself. Well, hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm actually working on a song for you guys right now as y'all speak. But anyway.
Much we want to hear. Hey, soon you get ready. Get it done.
I like all the songs. Personally, I enjoy playing them. I got a special thing for Showtime because it gives you that live, especially live. It gives you that, that feeling, man. It's like you get a good feeling from it, the energy level of the song. I love that song.
Yeah.
Well, that was the very first song we recorded.
I like that energy, and it's like it's there. So
all right.
No.
Bless us with a little bit of Showtime, Eddie.
Oh, me? Kumar?
Yes.
I'm a trumpet player.
The clock on the wall says it loud and clear. If you're looking for excitement, April, you can find it here.
Yeah, boy, there. So
Let me hear you say.
baby,
Old
to April.
time,
Yeah.
baby. There we go. There you go, April. All right.
And that relates back to come out and have a good night. Take that pressure off. It's
Oh, let me
showtime.
take
Let's
my
go.
mask off. I can take my mask off.
Okay, Alejandro.
You know, but yeah, guys, I enjoy working with you brothers. That's just Mr. Mitchell, of course, mentor, Brother Locke, Brother Val,
Sir.
Ecam.
Yes, sir.
You got a good name. That's
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
Yes, sir, my brother.
You know, it's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the future, man. You know,
All right.
you know, it's like
Yes,
I said. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to come up with a song that's worthy of the Detroit Emeralds. You know?
Lovely. We're waiting. You know that, Eddie. We're
Well,
waiting.
if you write it, it's worth.
You know, I gotta make sure it's their way, you know. But anyway, I mean, it's a pleasure, man. I can't wait to see what we're gonna go to in the future, man. That's
right.
Yes, sir.
For that, man. So I'm gonna be quiet like I normally do now.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
You know, I had a hard time. I don't know. I've been waiting. So thank you. Thank you guys for letting me in on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
And as I said, I was trying to write. I'm working on some original material now, so I think I need to get back to work.
All right.
I just want to say thank you, fellas. Hey, we're going to do it. You know, we just got a little break, but it gives you time to reflect and to prepare for the future.
Yeah.
You know? So,
for sure.
You can only go one way. That's up.
All right.
That's right.
As Mr. Mitchell would say, I'm going to float on.
All right, man. All right, Eddie. We appreciate you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye. Bye. All right. Let's see. So I do have another question. What advice would you give to some young upcoming artists?
What advice would we give? This is Val. I would tell them if my advice to and you saying artists, so we're talking trying to be in the music business.
Yes.
I would tell them, do this if you love it. If you love it, go for it. Don't do it because you're trying to be rich and famous. Do this because you love the music. I hear a lot of musicians say they want to be famous and they want to be stars, but you never hear them say they want to make good music. They always want to. So, but if you love this, and that's the reason why I can, for me, this is what I love to do. I mean, I honestly feel that I'm actually, and this is going to sound corny, but when I'm singing, even whether I'm in church or on the stage with the Detroit Emeralds, the Dramatics, if I'm doing my solo stuff, I honestly feel like I'm at one with God. I feel like I'm doing what He blessed me to do and want me to do. So you have to love it. You have to say, this is who I am. This is what I do. I'm not doing it for fame and money. I mean, I would literally, if I could afford to do it for free, I would do it for free. But you got to love it. I would tell them to love it and don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the fame. That's a part of it. But if you don't love it, It's just like any job, you gotta love it. But if you go for, but definitely go for it if this is what you love doing. And if you need me, call me. I'm ready.
I hear you, brother.
Ready to help you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me give you some advice from the oldest guy, I guess, probably talking. Hey, you have to know, is this a hobby or is it a profession? And if you choose between those two, then you'll know what to do. You'll pray to get that answer to come to you, and you will do those things. But you must make that decision. Is this a hobby or is it a profession? Hey, let's get it together. Once you get that together in your mind and heart, and though you know you have to seek to find, and you have to ask, then you got to knock and the door will be open and the Spirit will come into and give you what you need. But you get to know if it's a what? If it's a hobby, or do you want to make this a way of living? A job. And you must know that. You got to do it. You got to choose between it. You can't just do something and turn it off. No, you got to know that this is what you want to do. So if you're going to get started, don't waste my time or anybody else's time listening to whatever you're going to come up with, and then I hear from you again. So that means you can take time to make sure it's a profession that you really want to do. And that way you'll stand any and all setbacks, because you got to go through something to get to where you're going to go. Well, then you'll know then. Yeah, well, anyway, just said, is it a profession or is it a hobby? When you choose to be a profession, you will have success. If it's a hobby, somebody else will have success, because that means the business end of it, they will reap all of that and you won't. The postman will never visit your box. So you must know about business and all. So to be a profession, you will get into that. But to be a hobby, you'll only do what you like. What? The glamour. You like the lights. You like the sound. You like to let someone think about you. No, it's not thinking about me. It's what the higher power wants us to do. What can I say? Those two words, you know what they are. Is it a hobby? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Get into it and do it. If you can do that, like April is doing now, she said, well, I put it away, but she hasn't put it away. She's even broadening her scope to what's going to happen from on. But that means she didn't stay the same. She elevated to this to understand, to know, and she makes that change to do what she's going to do. Well, let me be quiet, because that'll be those lessons that I teach. Shut up.
I'm going to go out on. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that April is a probably. I haven't heard her, but I bet you she a bad mama jamma.
Hey, I'm looking at the picture. I told you.
Look, I bet she can blow. I bet she can blow.
I'm gonna share a little poem with you, but not one of the explicit ones. Just
I hear you. Hey, tell me, hey, April, there's nothing you can say that we haven't heard. There's nothing you can do that we haven't done.
Sometimes it snows in April. Okay. Anyway,
it snows in April too. Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Go ahead. Hey, David, you better go ahead, because they won't let you in between. Mainly me. Go ahead.
Well, the best advice that I can give up and coming artists is love what you do, but at the same time, it's not just about the show, it's about the show business. And it's one thing to do a show, but it's another, though, when you learn the business of the show. As we have, we've known of other artists who's been in the business for a very long time, but they were just doing the show and not understanding to get paid for their craft. So it's more to it than just being on the stage. So that's the best advice that I can give any up and coming artist, to understand the business of what you love to do. You just don't want to just be putting in so much of your time and effort and going into the studio and you're creating songs, and then you're doing these songs, and then you're not understanding the business of the song, of what you're doing. So that would be the best advice that I would give any up and coming artist, because you definitely want to reap the benefits of all the hard work, coming up with the songs, the lyrics, and back and forth to the studio, and then making sure that you have a good producer to be able to bring the best of you, to push you, because there's more to it. It's not easy. It is not easy. Success is not overnight. Mm-hmm. So that's the best advice that I would, give up and coming artists.
Hobby or a career? You just said the same thing. I love it.
Yes.
Roxy?
Lock? Oh, his audio off. Is he muted?
Oh yeah. Trying to unmute him.
Wait, we all know Lock.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We can hear you now, brother.
I know what you did. Hey, we know what you did. She might not know, but we know what you did.
Hey, Lock muted. Hey, Lock muted it. He muted himself because he was practicing that song.
Hey, I say, hey, we
that's what he was doing.
Because I sure didn't mute him. I'm like,
that's what he was doing.
No, best thing I could tell, speak to up and coming artists on is realize, just pay homage to the person who has opened the door for you. See, there are a lot of older gentlemen who you could sit down and talk with that are very, very wise, who went through all the stuff that you could go through if you don't listen to him, okay, or her, okay? So in the process of going through something, you're going to find a gentleman that's going to sit down and talk with you and talk to you about the ropes. Like, for instance, Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell sat me down and talked with me about going through the ropes. And a lot of the stuff I was able to get away from because I've had that conversation with him. See that situation is starting to transpire. Okay? But don't think of the elderly gentlemen as being old and don't know what they're talking about. Because they've been there and they have went in and performed. And I really hate to really take this farther back as I'm getting ready to, but I am. They have went and performed and came out of clubs and go into the hotel, and they get there and somebody's telling them, you can't sleep here in this hotel. Okay? Or you can't perform in this hotel. Or we don't want you in here. See, they have gone through all that, whereas that the young generation today hasn't gone through that. Okay, so the best thing I can tell you is pay homage to somebody who's been where you're trying to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, that was beautiful advice, all of you. I mean, I hope when I get this show after this recording, I'll make sure I share this. I mean, we've had fun on here, but I mean, encouraging people to me is like one of the biggest things, because you never know who just needs to hear, just the words you guys are saying. Is, you're inspiring me, like, to get back, like I said, get back on the ball, Because if you love it, for me, it's not just a hobby. It's something that I love to do. And how I got started doing this, it started from my passion, from the arts and everything. So it's like, okay, it's something I can't stop doing,
Yeah.
Right. Good. Yes.
And I think what Mr. Mitchell was saying, that if it is a hobby, that's okay too. But know it's a hobby.
There you go, brother. You put it in words.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you know it, this is just like bowling. Some days I don't feel like going bowling. But for me, singing, that's every day for me. Doing something with my music, because this is what I love to do, and I know this is what I just know it's a gift of mine. That's for me. So we can move on, because I'm gonna start preaching. And I'm gonna go, wow.
Hey, that personal encouragement, that's what's needed. That comes from the 2 Timothy in the New Testament. So you got it going on. And that's courtesy for April and everybody else, April and everyone else. What's going on? The word goes out and never comes back void. For those that have ears to hear, and the same thing with eyes to see. So hey, you guys have been very enlightening to an old fellow that feels younger than I am acting. Hey, come on.
I want to write a April, and this is for you. I want to write a poem with you. I want to call it Emerald.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to call it Emerald, and then we're gonna take it from there. We got a title, so there we go.
Okay.
And maybe we'll turn it into a song.
Emerald.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you know this is about that sucker hit the waves and start doing it. You know it's about you. Hey.
Yes. Well, know what? I'm gonna share this poem with you real quick. I'm gonna just, even you know how I asked you the question, what's your favorite song? You know, song to sing, whatever.
Right.
This is one of my favorite poems, only because the meaning behind it is, I had a mentor. That we were very good friends, and he passed away a few years ago. But he used to give me little challenges to do on topics, you know.
Right.
When I first started writing, I was very shy with my ink writing.
Mm-hmm.
So he really helped me just you know what, say what you want to say and stop beating around the bush. So
yeah.
But so he had me write a poem about my strongest subject, and one of my strongest subjects I usually write about is love, even though I've gotten a little more erotic. But this poem is just about love. It's just a little something, but it's like one of the ones that's close to my heart. So I'm gonna share this with you, and if you guys, I don't know, you're probably tired now. You ain't been singing in a minute, so I think we wind it down, you know. Okay, here it goes. As I inhale its presence, as it strokes upon my lips, as it tingles my tongue, I begin to feel changes. I feel wide open, feeling free to let love molest me, the sheep, the beast, taking me to extremes of multiple creams that are exerting, until I feel the deepest inner and outer penetration. Love, come fill this empty cup. I will drink of thee until you have went deep enough inside me. Hear my moans and my cries. It hurts, yet it feels good as it goes inside. As I exhale, I begin to choke from the chunkiness of love's deep throat. Heart pacing, tears run down my eyes. This is what happens when it overtakes you from the inside. This is what I wanted all my life, a super side, a taste of love homicide. It's my own mental orgasmic side. Yes, she is letting out her release. As she comes naked before thee, she may appear nude to the eyes. She may be sweet to the tongue, soft to the touch. Only love will unloose this clutch.
Wow.
I'm almost.
Hey.
Finish.
Wow.
Well.
Hey, what I just heard was agape. I just heard agape love, girl. Agape love. Unconditional. It's all wide open. Hey, let me cut up.
For some reason, I wanted. For some reason, I wanted to sing. My mind's telling me no.
But,
oh Lord.
But your what? Your body what?
Oh boy.
It's calling for more.
No, but go ahead. You know what? Because I understand you're talking about love. See,
agape. It is.
Yeah, you're talking about love. A dirty-minded person like Eddie will go there. But I know.
Hey, let me leave that alone. No, but I say agape is just what? Unconditional.
Love.
It's unconditional. It's unconditional love. You really feel the true essence of love. There's nothing that comes in but what is happening. And
April,
it's what? True.
April,
Yeah.
you tickled your own spirit.
Well, because I was hearing the background noises and I just
It got you.
I lost focus. Okay, I got a few more verses and I'm done.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. As she comes naked before thee, she may appear nude to the eyes. She may be sweet to the tongue, soft to the touch. Only love will unloose this clutch from the gloves that sink. From each sip I take, my veins begin to pulsate. Will she allow love to dictate me, overtake me? Love, here I am, come and get me. Blaze me with your seductions. I want to feel your eruptions. Love, my cup is running over. The side drips are the passions of a kiss. I feel all of it. Love is what I'm feeling.
Wow.
That's the end of it.
Ooh, I tell you, it's agape love, unconditional. Everything is there that's needed. It's a true sight of what love is. There's no handle or no title to it. It's the freedom. It's the freedom of understanding. It's the freedom of what I said before about sharing things with life, period. Those are not the words that I use, but that's the biggest thing. The studying of the faith of the world. And that is love. And that's one phase of love. Like they call God what? Agape. They call him El Shaddai. They call him Elijah. There are all those. It all fit into what you're saying. You was in love. That was a night that you'll always remember. There's no doubt in my mind.
I actually wrote a passage from there. You said, "Love, here I am, come and get me." I like that line. I actually wrote it down when you said it because it kind of hit me when you said it. So.
Hey, well, it hit you because you heard signed, sealed, and delivered.
Like
Stevie Wonder, you
when
heard that.
Stayed too long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You sounded, you hear, not the exact words, but you hear it.
But yes, that was beautiful. Do we snap?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to share that, but I mean, I've enjoyed being here with you guys tonight, learning about you and your music, and I'm definitely going to be sharing, the things you're doing. As long as send them to me, and I'll make sure. Because I mean, just like I didn't know any much about you, I've learned more. So I'll help share. I always do.
Well, it'd be a blessing. Be a blessing to the entire creation, His creation. Where else should God created? Everyone needs to hear and to know about. He's our first love. We know that because whoever created everything made it possible for everything to exist, and we all got a reason. You put the reason in our mind tonight. You put the reason in our mind. We have a reason.
Yeah.
And girl, stop looking at me like that. I see you. Yeah, it's understanding. It's in your face. The glow is there. I can see.
Well, love is in need of love
Today.
And we love you, April, and we thank you for having us on doing this interview. It was so much fun. I had a great time.
I had a great time.
And I had a great time, even though I got kicked off there for a second.
We still waiting on your song.
We didn't kick you off. You kicked you off.
See, he think we forgot. Yeah. We still waiting on your record. We still waiting on you to sing something.
You gonna be waiting.
Ooh, that's cold. That's cold.
See, he could have done this. He could have said, "Take my hand.
Come with me.
Let me take you to love's land."
Detroit almost wrote it, but they didn't. But guess what? Keep your ears open. Hey, April, I've been asked a million times, why didn't the Detroit Emeralds, why did they record it first on the floaters? It ought to be plain to see. It's a multi-million-dollar triple platinum sale. The floaters were supposed to record it first. That's why. Don't be surprised if you hear something like that coming from a Detroit Emeralds. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it's not, but don't be surprised. And let's say whoever else those people asked me that question, and they hear it, if it happens, will they enjoy it? I know when we did it, we did it in person all over the world and everything, they went crazy over it. So what can I say? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you and appreciate your time and your considerate patience with us. And may the Lord have a blessing for the reading, the hearing, and the doing of his word, for the edifying of the body of Christ. And you're part of that body. So thank you, babe. Thank you.
Thank you. You made me feel like I was in church a little bit, you know.
God has a blessing with your name on it.
Oh gee.
Yeah.
We got it going good.
That's a good thing, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really encouraging. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up in the church too, so it's just like wow, it's just like
I hear you.
inspiring, you know. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
glad.
you know, we definitely put God first in what we do.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we believe that it's God that has brought the Detroit Emeralds this far, and He's going to lead us into new dimensions and horizons. And we are glad that April, you now know what we're about. Go and share it to the world. We thank you so much again. I really don't know what else to say, but thank you so much, and continued success in your endeavors. And anybody else want to say something? Because I am.
I can say, call us. We're ready.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, call us, and we're ready.
Yeah.
Like they say in the hood, we are ready to go.
Well, April, I said it before, and I want to, once again, thank God, okay, because He was the one to made this arrangement, and thank you, and thank our close friend,
Angelo.
okay, in Italy, okay, because he was the one that pursued, me about this particular interview and different things that I presented him with. And he made it, he made it possible for everything that went on in Italy as well as here. So I want to say a great big thank you to Angelo. We appreciate you, sir, and we love you. And we hope to see you sometime next year, Angelo. Thank you. Love you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You too, April. We're coming that way. Don't worry. We're coming to New York. We're coming everywhere.
Yeah.
That was one of our main situations. The Apollo Theater. I thought that we owned the world when we performed there first, until we went to the big place, to Carnegie Hall, and then and to the Madison Square Garden. Name the venues, and we've been to them. And I love it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Did everyone say something? Anybody have anything else to say before we close out?
I'm going to say, because I don't know why his phone is muted, but Eddie, he's probably, appreciative of this interview as well. But for right now, he's muted. But I'm on his behalf. We're just going to just thank you on his behalf, and we just appreciate being a part of what had just taken place. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, so where can your fans or anybody listening to this, where can they find you? If you guys want to shout out your like social media, or I don't know, you guys techie social media, anything like that? Because people are going to find you.
Well, the Detroit Emeralds are on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. Just Instagram, the Detroit Emeralds. You can Spotify if you want to purchase music, if you want to listen to some music and browse music. There are numerous YouTube videos if you just Google the name, the Detroit Emeralds.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Facebook, Instagram. Dwayne Locke Lomax, he has a personal Facebook page if you need to reach out to him. I have a personal Facebook page, Lavelle Jackson. Eddie Edelton, Ecam. Edlington Cameron, he has one. So, but definitely Google the name, the Detroit Emeralds, and music and all the social media sites will come up.
Okay, well, I'll definitely follow you. I'm already friends with Dwayne, so
I'm gonna friend you too. Be on the lookout. April Crenshaw, is that your Facebook handle?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It ain't the poet, and you know it.
No, no.
April Crenshaw. Okay.
One more
Yeah.
thing I want to say, April, be on the lookout for we're opening up a online store for the Detroit Emeralds. It's going to be called Emerald City, and we're going to be selling merchandise. And we're in the process of putting T-shirts. We also have masks on there, towels, just a lot of things that we're in the process of selling. So just let everybody know that Emerald City will be up real soon. And just look out for the Detroit Emeralds merchandising, okay?
Hey, make sure that you let them know too that portions of the sales will go toward the Black movement, and that's not just one to do. I know we do it now with mentoring and volunteering, and all go. But it's not the toot the horns, but a portion of every sale will go to that.
Okay, that's great.
Okay,
Wow.
well, thank you once again,
right.
April. We appreciate you, love you, and we got to do this again soon, okay?
Yes, we can, most definitely.
Can we give a shout out to that we're supporting Biden and the Harris ticket this year? So I just want to say that. I don't know if that's appropriate to do, but I do want to just let the world know that we are supporting the Biden-Harris ticket.
Amen.
And the PSA we will be sending out shortly, and we will make sure that you get it audio as well as a video.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night.
You have a blessing. Love you.
All right. Love you guys too.
April, one last thing. It's Joe time.
Your time, Joe. Y-O, your time. We're speaking the real thing.
It's your time.
Your time is your time to what? To vote with a Biden and Harris ticket.
That's right.
Fear.
That's right.
And that ain't no joke.
All right, April. You have a blessed night.
All right. You too. Good
All
night.
Right. You guys take care, guys. Love you guys. See you all Saturday, okay?
All right.
All right, then.
All right. Bye-bye.